as All Black's longest running show, and you guys are on your 5th and final season. What's it been like? I mean, for a newer network to have longevity with a show like this is rare. And for the fans to just have such a fan favorite with this show is also very rare, especially starting off. You're on your 5th and your final season. So tell me that's like, just the essence of being the All Black's longest running show and you guys being on your 5th season.
Ladies first, LisaRaye Mccoy, my darling.
Oh, okay. See how much respect we have for each other. I'm
telling you, man. I mean, I paid her $7.
Oh, I love that.
And I think that's where it starts. At least I can say that's where it started for me, because to be called in to be able to play opposite someone like Lawrence was just an honor to me, to just share the screen with him. I've been watching him for a very long time, since I was younger than him. And and so, you come on the set like, oh man, it's not very many people that I've actually said I wanted to work with, but you're excited that when you get there, it's like, oh, I didn't think I even knew what I was going to receive from this project, because I came in as a cameo at first, and then worked my way through the script and through the storyline and through Lawrence's heart, and stayed as a staple character that has made our characters bond and our friendship bond even more, that has made my character become his ride or die through not just the drama, but through love, because what we really have is love. And although he was married to my sister that died, how scandalous is that? First, but I was always the one that made him think and made him live freely. You know what I mean? And it's something about that allows you to be just that, yourself. And so we share that bond, which now makes us even closer. And so, love is strange. It'll make you do some things that you didn't think that you would do.
Sure will.
That's always.
As tough as Alexis is, she falls for this man. And so what she does is in love, even through her greed, because she feels that she's deserving of a lot of his fortune. So she feels like if she stays there, I'll get both. And so I think, that's what's interesting about our show being on 5 seasons, and our writer, producer, and creator, Mr. Dan Garcia, has done such a great job at making the storyline so twist and turn, where they're like, is she going to be there? Is she going to die? Is she coming back? How's this going to end? Are they going to, go away and live happily ever after? Is she going to kill somebody? Is they going to fight? What is it? And that's what makes a story so good, that you're sitting into your seat like, what's the cliffhanger this week?
That's what I was like. The cliffhangers in this show are out of control. Let me just say that there.
You're saying the whole 5 seasons of doing the show, from my perspective, I'm pretty on the same page as LisaRaye, but it's just been fun because Dan Garcia is just a real clever, good brother, who wrote and I mean, he gives us challenges. He gives us stuff that we can grow and arc with. So my character came from maybe almost being docile and becomes this tough guy at the end and so forth. It's a nice journey. The biggest journey, I'm going to be honest, on doing the show and all these 36 episodes that we've done, which is a lot, is that everybody genuinely likes each other. We all like each other when we're around each other. And it's just really lucky to, like LisaRaye, I've known a long time, and we've always been cool with each other. We still are. And all the cast members, we everybody gave to each other, and we graced each other, and that's not corny and phony. It's just real. So that's a nice thing, to go through a series, because series get tough when you're doing them that long. You still have to get like, what's going on here? Get me out of here. Yeah. Okay, the show has got a lot of intensity. You say the twists and the turns is scandalous. Everybody's a hoe. Let's be real. So it's out there. It's off the chain.
But I'm not so much a hoe. I'm just a hoe for him.
Okay.
And as you said, LisaRaye, sometimes love makes you do those things. Okay, we've all been there. Well, I love hearing that, and you guys kind of touched on my next question. In terms of like behind the scenes, because I often believe, if things aren't right behind the scenes, sometimes it does portray as so on screen. And both of you kind of touched on that. LisaRaye, if you could talk to me a little bit about what it was like with working with Lawrence. I mean, a legend, and you're a legend in your own regard, Lisa, for sure, 100%. Both of you guys are legends. But tell me, what was like kind of pulling from each other's expertise behind the scenes, which resulted in such a great show on screen?
I can't say enough how happy and honored I was to be able to be and portray this character with Lawrence Jacobs. I have been a fan for a very long time. I really felt like he was going to take me on prom when I finished high school. You know, I didn't even know him then, but I was going to write my letter and say, hey, this is who I am. I love you. And my prom is June 9th, 19, you know, but, you know, when you work with someone like him, he's so professional and he's such a legend till it makes you become a little nervous on what you're going to bring to the table. You know what I mean? And but he made me feel so comfortable. He's also a director, so he gets to see things from a different eye. And so he gets a chance to help me pull out things that I didn't even think that would work because I thought I had it one way, you know?
Okay.
But when you get with someone and the chemistry is so easy and so there till the acting becomes secondary. You know what I mean? We have such fondness for each other and respect till when we're there. Even our love scenes, it's so easy. It's almost like, oh, you can still see my shirt. I need to take my bra off. Okay, no problem. And it's like, you know, and then but I'm so comfortable. And that's what I want as an actor. Everyone, we're family. We're up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning doing these roles and scenes. Everyone's tired. That's the stuff that people don't get a chance to see. They don't know the behind the scenes or what's going on at home that you got to leave at home and not bring to work. You know, Lawrence is a cook. He'll come and bring us some empanadas, you know, and it's like, I'll see some food in my truck and it's like, Lawrence cooked last night. He got up and made this for us. We're normal people that come and bring our talent to the screen. And for me, it's just added to my resume to be able to say that I've worked with such a great performer. And I watch him, and I'm so glad sometimes that the camera's not on me, because when I'm watching him, I'm stuck sometimes. You know, and not to give anything away, but he did this one scene. We were outside. The setup was crazy. First of all, it was cold as hell. And he was, I don't want to give it away. He was so in it.
Okay.
Till I don't think he came out of it until we completely finished the scene. I mean, take after take after take. He just gave it. And I kept thinking, you possibly can't give any more, but everything like more. And I was like, this is gonna be good. You know what I mean? And it was in his eyes, you know what I mean? And so I felt like if I'm right here and seeing this, the camera's gonna catch all of this and they're gonna see all this. But we know this about him already because we know how intense he can be, because Joe Jackson, who? That was Lawrence all the way. You know
Listen,
what I mean?
he ain't play no games, okay?
None. And so when you're playing such a rich, powerful person as the Sanders family, head of the Sanders family, he embodies that. It's in his walk, it's in his talk, it's in his delivery, it's in all of that makes you go, excuse the expression, I fucks with you. You know what I mean? And so that's how it is. Every woman would love to have that type of man in their corner. And so I get a chance to play pretend because I damn sure don't have that kind of man in my life.
You got me, baby.
Yeah. We're gonna put that in the air, LisaRaye. Lawrence, I love that LisaRaye was able to give you your flowers because, as she mentioned, you are a legend in this game. But tell me a little bit, what was it like to work with LisaRaye? She's also a legend. I've also been watching her on my screen since I was a little girl. What was it like working with her and watching her expertise in a field that you're so already goated at, as they say?
I can tell you a couple of things. The first time LisaRaye and I sort of worked together was on the Martin show. Remember? Way back in the day, she had to walk through, you know, and then she called me to make sure she got a copy of the tape. I remember that. I tell you what I like working with LisaRaye. She's sincere. She truly is. You know, I've directed her in a couple of the scenes, and she became a receptive actress when she listened and she thought about what she was going to do, and she had the follow through, and it became the actor. It was just a natural respect. and a natural progression. So that's the joy of working with my wonderful sister who I've known for years and love dearly. And I mean that sincerely. It's not hard to work with her or anything like that. You know, she ain't never invited me to eat no food, although I keep cooking. But
you cook so damn good. Well, I gotta cook for. I mean, shit, you do it.
That's you. That's all you.
But you know, the show has just got that kind of flavoring, you know. And in the case of myself with LisaRaye, I want to work with her more. I like directing her. I really do. I mean, because she just becomes this wonderful thing I mean, she brings a flavor to it, but you can mold it, and she's open. And sometimes it's very sweet because she gets almost a little girl-like when I'm talking. She just kind of listens to me and okay, and gets quiet. And you know she can do all of that.
But she's listening and internalizing and taking it in,
learning and adding some
exactly.
You know what I mean? So yes,
you know, when we do these shows, you know, we're doing them in a pretty intense schedules. You know, as she was saying, we're on these 14, 16-hour days. We're getting off at 5 and 3 in the morning and 6 in the morning, and so it's a real tight schedule. So that to come through takes natural trust and respect. And just learning how to pace each other, but that still comes out of an admiration or a respect for each other. Everybody in this show, LisaRaye, of course, we just don't trip on each other. Nobody's tripping. Nobody's playing the star, and I'm all of that. Who cares? You know, that has nothing to do with it. It's about the work, and we're having fun, and we know why we're here. You know, and then we just keep rolling. So that's the springboard of it for all of us. Or really,
I love that, and I love hearing because it comes across so cohesive on screen. So I really love that behind the screens it's like that as well. Just I
have to say I got a little jealous because you know my character was really just a cameo walk on, and so you know I wasn't a staple. He had this other chick, you know, Demetria McKinney actually played his opposite, and I was pushing out the way. So when they have scenes together, it was almost like, well, what did they do? You know what I mean? And I had to write my scene.
Where's my scene?
Okay. Got to be better, you know.
I just got a text from Demetria a moment ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I called her yesterday. She missed a call. She said, "Oh God, it was so much fun working with you, Lawrence, you know, and safe journey and what you do in the future." I'm like, I'm coming down to Atlanta to get something to eat, man. Y'all holding out on feeding the brother, man. What's up?
Okay.
You know, I'm starving out there to eat.
We love Atlanta food. We love Atlanta eats. Okay.
Oh yeah.
But just to wrap, I wanted to ask the two of you, because I feel like you've always been part of the push for Black cinema, Black film, Black TV shows. The two of you have always been wrapped up in pushing that forward. And I feel like, especially with this network, tell me what the importance of shows like these. You know, I feel like when I was coming up, you know, we had our Martins, you know, we had our Living Singles, we had all that. But in terms of like series that you can really stick with, like Days of Our Lives and all those things, we didn't have that. You know, we had our 1 or 2 characters on there, but we didn't really have that. Tell me what it's been like being a part of this revolution of Black TV and film. You guys have
not to jump. I don't want to jump anybody here, but I just want to say, you know, what is happening with our particular show, A House Divided, is that you see a diversity. It's not so much unexpected of what you see Black people being about, but in a sense it is. They're showing us being prosperous. They're showing us being resourceful. They're showing that we got all kinds of levels of drama. You know, there's a result out of it. They show us being sexy and beautiful and handsome and refined. And at the same time, we can get gruffed out. And so to show that kind of a dynamic roller coaster and us performers getting a chance to bring it forth, it's a revelation. It truly is. You know, and the response of the audiences has been blowing my mind. And when people they get it, you know, and they love it, you know, and they got their people that they like, you know, and they want to bring it back. And so we got a little lucky here. You know, it's very nice.
Definitely.
Yeah. Lisa,
how about you? What's it? Excuse me. What's it been? Just, I mean, like I said, from the start of your career, you've been doing this, but just this type of show, and what Lauren said, how important it is to the fans, seeing, you know, multi-dimensional Black people doing this. You know, we have our ups, we have our downs, you know, we have our good times, we're making our money, but so, you know, we have those folks that it's just so multi-dimensional that we get to see Black people as a whole. What's it been like being a part of that?
I think it's important for us to be able to tell our stories so we can see ourselves, so we can dare to dream even bigger than what we are living in our life right now, presently. seeing and being such a strong Black family as the Sanders family, and owning so much real estate and doing so much business makes the younger entrepreneurs know that you can, and it's achievable, and not just only for them, but it's for us as well. And this is a lavish lifestyle that you can work up to, because even as an actor, we have a certain lifestyle, we have a certain amount of catering that happens with us, but you have to put in the work. And so it shows the drama that goes on with your life. It takes you out of the boardroom. It takes you out of your office to say, man, when I go home, I got to deal with my wife. I got to deal with my son. I got to deal with real life stuff that you got to deal with and still be the boss. Whether you're a male or female, whether you're the breadwinner or not, there's a place and position that you got to play your role, stay in your lane, and play your position. You know what I mean? And so I think intertwined with that is just the transition of so many twisty stories that makes it entertaining. Because let's be honest, when you're watching TV, you want to watch something that is keeping you engulfed in not just reality, but a little pretend, a little fantasy, a little wow, could that possibly be, to make you think, to make your mind start trying to figure it out, become the detective of that story or that series. And when you watch the next episode, you figure out, were you right about what you thought, or did we kind of and just turn the corner and go, oh, now you still got to continue to watch the show, because you don't know what the storyline is going to be. You know what I mean?
So you said something earlier, Lisa. I'm just listening, and it's a dynamic of Dan Garcia, who created the show, who's a very family-oriented man with his 3 kids and all that stuff himself. That's the touchstone of it a lot, is that, you see us coming together as people, and we have our foibles and we have our flaws, but it's about how we hold it together. LisaRaye and my relationship as camera on the show is a true love that has to happen. And because of circumstance, it went left, but the feeling is there no matter what. And so, and then to work with LisaRaye, because she's cool with me and I'm cool with her, it flows out even more so because we always had a like for each other anyway, just as people. I know you kind of digging at me on the side, sister. You ain't fooling me, all right? Okay. But and we cool. So it's just a nice flavoring that has happened. Again, I say it's a little bit of luck and a little bit of genuineness out of it, and everybody's getting along without tripping. That's the gist.
I want to add this too, because a lot of times art imitates life. And I play, Alexis in this, and I have a daughter in there that's played by
Parker
McKenna Posey, and she reminds me a lot of my daughter. Age-wise, look-wise, thickness. You know what I mean? Just beauty, just beauty and booty. You know what I mean?
Okay, I know that's
got them both.
When I have my scenes with her, it's so endearing because she brings out the mother in me, and I'm very sensitive as a mother, and most people don't know that or see that because of my, tough girl image. You know what I mean? Southside of Chicago, shout out. But
I love Southside. My mom's from Southside.
Yeah. So we had a scene where I had to get her together, and I had to get her together. But when I tell you, getting her together brought tears to my eyes in the scene. And I was thinking, when we finished, I was like, I don't know where that came from, because it didn't even call for tears. You didn't say tears, but I was true to the character. But it was almost like
in the zone. You were in the zone, man. That's real.
It was like, I want the best for you no matter what. I'm still your mother. You know what I mean? And don't you ever disrespect me. And that's how I am with my daughter. You know what I mean? So when she became disrespectful in the scene, it was like, you know what?
It's like, hold on.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But literally what you said, LisaRaye, art imitates life. So I love that the two of you were able to bring such real life feelings and emotion on screen, because for the past 4 seasons, it's come across. So I know this season won't be any different. I wanted to congratulate the two of you on the longest standing show on this network, which is iconic. And I'm sorry it's ending. I can't wait to see how it ends. It's gonna be
we'll have a good time.
Epic endings that I think we've seen in a long time. So thank to the two of you for your artistry and for your craft and for everything over the years. Just want to give those flowers before we wrap.
Thank you
thank
so
you
much
very much, man.
allowing us to tell our story too. Thank you.
Of course, the two of you, like I said, have been icons in my household since I came up. So I really appreciate it and your time today.
If they decide to bring the show back, we putting you on the show with that good looking face. So there you go. You got the look. You can be on the show.
I'll take it. You know, if you do a spin-off or whatever, I take it. Like, I would love to be LisaRaye's sister, something like that. You know, Southside Chicago. You know,
House provided.
All right. Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you, LisaRaye, and congratulations
to you.
Happy New Year as well. It's gonna be